Hello, hello, on family. Hope you're doing well as the world implodes, as we are on the eve of destruction, World War III, thanks to Zionists in Israel. Ra. You know, where the third gate to hell is. One is in the abyss, one is in the desert, and the third is probably on Mount Hermon, where NASA has an observatory. Is that the gate, the portal where the fallen angels come down? Who knows, right? Only God knows, and Satan himself. So anyways, I got a few things to say here about sheeple truthers. Let's go. So I've lost a few subs here recently, and that's all good. That's all good. Take a minute to read that. I expect to get many unsubs, and I'm fine with that. That's all good. It weeds out the tares, the goats, the weak sheep. So there's people online, like, let's start with Michelle, the Frosty Tramp, and Sergio, who's continually in my videos comments, insulting me, ridiculing me, making fun of me. And the other guy there, Chuck, puts out awesome videos. He must think he's a real man because he puts out real good videos. God bless you, Chuck. Yet you fail to provide the solutions. All of you sheeple Bible-thumping truthers, you Judeo-Christians, Judeo-Christianity to make you as gentle as doves who will never prepare. If you fail to prepare, you are prepared to fail. Your spiritual warfare is not going to protect you from Satan's horrors who rule this realm currently. It is survival of the fittest at this point. Just look at Sergio's latest disgusting video where there's a warning because he's posting murdered babies. And he says it's spiritual warfare. Well, why didn't your Judeo-Christianity God save all these children? And you think it's spiritual warfare and that's enough. The reason why I mentioned Chuck is because he put a link into Frosty Tramp there, Michelle. And she stops the conversation 2 or 3 minutes into it to say, I got to say this, that I'm no longer preparing. I'm now praying. And Sergio chimes in, yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you 100%. So this is why I unsubbed them. And 3 people unsubbed me this morning already. And like I say, I'm perfectly good with that. So as the ethnic cleansing that has been going on since the turn of the last century and was ramped up 75 years ago, and now the genocide in the Gaza Strip, the world's most secured, advanced, open-air prison, where apparently people in tractors and hang gliders breached the most secure prison fence in the world and allowed 400 Hamas to enter deep into Israel to attack towns. The Israeli soldiers were ordered to back away from that section of the border and to evacuate any nearby towns to allow Hamas in so that the Zionists can start the ethnic cleansing once and for all of Palestinians. The IDF stands for Israeli Devil's Force and nothing more. It's not a defense force. They are not settlers. They are thieves. They are sleep cells. They are there to kill and steal the land. And with the USA with their mitts in this, and Britain and most of Europe, the United Nations, the United Nazis, the WEF, the WHO, This is all to bring in a one world government. And to bring in a one world government, you have to abolish all governments. You have to have a new one world religion, which means getting rid of Christianity, getting rid of Muslims, getting rid of Judaism for a one world scientism religion. Now, you all know the world is collapsing before our very eyes. The authorities, the criminal and justice systems worldwide are killing free speech. Bill C-18 is coming into effect here in Cuba with Justin Castro's minions to kill free speech online. They've come after me since 2016. I have no criminal record that would warrant me ever being denied bail. But yet they took statements from my father and my brother Brian from 6, 7, 8 years ago to deny me bail. The Maureen that's on the bail papers is someone who was hired by a certain David online. He's from Vancouver. He's part of the criminal law system. He's either VPD or MCP, or he's from the Attorney General's office. They baited me and triggered me. So this Maureen has threatened my life. I went to the police with it, and they turned around and charged me with bomb charges. Now, these bomb charges were never brought up in court. The last 3 years, I've been terrorized, put in jail 3 or 4 times on victimless crimes. Victimless crimes. I was beat half to death in prison, attacked, assaulted, and had to wait 2 weeks for a dental procedure. And even during that dental procedure, I refused freezing as they drilled out my teeth to fix them, knowing what harm is even in the anesthetics. See my community page. So while also I was in RCM Pigs holding cells in Powell River, where they arrested me for on 7 charges of attempted armed robbery from a junkie who had come to my hotel room to verify a gold coin I was selling to a friend of hers. They arrested me, and the second they says you're under arrest for attempted robbery charges, I shit my pants. The RCM Pigs made me sit in my own excrement for 5 days. They kept my jail cell in the high 30s, low 40s for 5 days. They only gave me 1 blanket after I pleaded them for another. They made me, they had the floodlights on me 24 hours a day for 5 days. These are soft terrorism tactics, and I've brought them all up to the many judges that have been on this case. I've had 7 lawyers withdraw from me after I've sent them Yale, Hartford, SoCal documents from lawyers online exposing themselves. The Crown Prosecutor, David Sissies. Now, every name I drop here is just a slight variation on their first or last names. So David Sissies is a criminal lawyer who is also ad hoc Crown Prosecutor. 2.5 years into this shit show, I cut him off many times and call him out on his lies. And he actually stammers and stumbles. It made my heart leap with joy, knowing this career-long thug life criminal is out to get all truthers. I am a targeted individual. I have been put in the hospital 4 or 5 times. I was poisoned in jail. They gave me a very rare disease that my surgeon told me he's only seen 3 cases in the research over 75 years. 3 cases he's only seen ever, and it was given to me in prison, either through the food, the water, or the nose jab there, where they tickled my brain and made it hurt. They threatened to lock me down in isolation for another 2 weeks on top of the 2 weeks initial I was under the COVID hoax lockdown in prison. I've never been to prison before in my life until I was 57 years old. My criminal record is 4 or 5 misdemeanor charges. I've paid $12,000 in 2018 when I came home from a near-death auto accident. I had death threats in my mail. I brought them to the police. They did nothing. They turned around and arrested me on bomb charges that are fake. It cost me $12,000 in 6 months to clear my good name. The picture of my YouTube channel, my 10th YouTube channel, is of the stuff the Vancouver bomb squad raided my house, which I lost because of ICBC criminals in the auto insurance industry. They destroyed my house. They took all my leather luggage and ripped it. They didn't even bother to unzip it. They ripped everything open looking for bombs. They found nothing. The case was thrown out after Vancouver detectives told me I was going to do 2 to 10 years on bomb charges. They actually labeled me an anti-government terrorist when I am just a truther speaking online. So this latest nightmare has been going on for 3 years. 7 lawyers have quit, and 1 prosecutor has quit. Have you ever heard of that? A prosecutor quitting, knowing I'm an innocent man. So this judge, Oscar Mayer Wiener, keeps bringing up my charges. My charges are 16 years apart, 7 years apart, 4 years apart, and a couple, 3 of them are pot charges. So I called him out on those pot charges. I says, you're now in Langley, BC. You have a pharmaceutical company manufacturing fentanyl, methamphetamines, processing cocaine. And I told them, I says, you're not in competition with the cartels in South America. I go, you're in collusion with them. I says to him, if you were in competition with them, you'd all be murdered because drugs rule this world. They make billions of dollars off the fentanyl to kill off people that should be put in rehabilitations. Instead, spending hundreds of millions to cure people and get them in programs to get them off drugs, they outright kill them. Just look at the east side of Vancouver or any city. The drug epidemic has been going on since 1984 when they invented crack cocaine and now fentanyl. So I don't know what else to tell you, sheep. Get the hell out of Dodge. Stop paying into your own system of enslavement. They're fleecing you when you should be bankrupting them. That's all for now. I got to take a walk down to my boat and bring up some water. Let's go for a little walk. Let's see what's going on here. Oh, look at this. Branches falling. High winds. Oh, no, that's a beaver. I got a beaver right up at my cabin. Wow. I got to go check my traps. I have high-tech, low-tech, and zero-tech traps to discourage any parasites, any trespassers, that sort of thing. Gorgeous day here. The fog only just cleared a couple hours ago, so it's like foggy here. Misty, foggy, horror frost on the ground till like 9, 10, 10:30 every morning. So my boat looks good. I think I only got another week to go before the lake starts to freeze up, and then I'm locked down for a month. I got water to bring up to the cabin. I got to tarp my boat because it's supposed to snow tomorrow and the next few days. Anyways, that's all for now. Stay prayed up and especially prepped up. You know, I don't pray a whole lot, but every day I thank God from the bottom of my heart for living this life. I am trying to be self-empowered, self-sufficient, and ultimately it's about self-preservation as they will hunt down all dissenters. They have to get rid of these dissenters so that their New World oppression, their tyrannical psychopaths can rule this world. Get God, get out of Dodge. God bless you all.